Most people know Balerion the Black Dread, the biggest, baddest dragon in Westeros history. But what if I told you that almost every dragon during the Dance of the Dragons could trace their fire and fury back to him? Welcome back to Somewhat Flawed, and today we're diving into the untold, speculative, but lore-supported family tree of dragons, from Balerion down to the fiery chaos of the Dance of the Dragons. Balerion was the first and greatest dragon of House Targaryen in Westeros, the Black Dread. His wings were shadow. His fire melted Harrenhal. He was ridden by Aegon the Conqueror, then briefly by Viserys, and lived over 200 years. But more than just destruction, Balerion likely fathered the next generation of dragons. Books don't have direct breeding records, but based on the timeline and the dragons that came right after, it's highly likely that Balerion mated with Meraxes or Vhagar, or both. From this first line came dragons like Dreamfire, a slender, elegant she-dragon with pale blue scales. She was first ridden by Rhaena Targaryen and later by Helaena. She likely laid eggs that hatched key dragons in the dance. Meleys, the Red Queen. Ridden by Alyssa Targaryen and then Rhaenys Velaryon, she was battle-ready, fast, and aged like fine wildfire. Silverwing, a gentle dragon with silvery scales, bonded to Queen Alysanne. Vermithor, the Bronze Fury, belonging to King Jaehaerys, was massive and fearsome. These dragons laid the literal and symbolic eggs for the generation that followed. Next came the second generation, dragons born during the peaceful reign of Jaehaerys and Viserys. These were the ones raised for war, power, and legacy. Syrax, the golden dragon of Rhaenyra Targaryen, likely born from Dreamfire or another royal egg. Caraxes, the bloodworm, ridden by Daemon Targaryen, lean, long, vicious. Sunfire, the golden dragon of Aegon II, and possibly a direct descendant of Dreamfire or Vermithor. Tessarion, the Blue Queen, sleek, young, and fierce. She may have been the offspring of Silverwing and Vermithor, making her a princess among dragons. This generation was hatched in times of peace and destined for war. Then we get the third generation, the dragons of Rhaenyra's sons and the dragon seeds, Vermax, Arax, and Tyraxes, dragons of Jacaerys, Lucerys, and Joffrey Velaryon. Moondancer, the swift and small green dragon of Baela Targaryen. Morning, the hatchling bonded to Rhaena Targaryen post-dance. These were likely hatched from eggs laid by Syrax, Dreamfire, or Meleys, continuing the bloodline of Balerion into the newest generation. But not all dragons came from royal stables. Beyond the family tree were the wild dragons of Dragonstone, the cannibal, ancient, massive, and terrifying. Older than even Balerion? Maybe. Definitely not his descendant. This one was a predator of other dragons. Sheepstealer, brown, elusive, and eventually bonded to a girl named Nettles. Grey Ghost, the shy recluse of the mountain skies. Untamed and unclaimed. These dragons had unknown origins. Rogue genes, perhaps, or old blood from before the Targaryens even arrived in Westeros. Let's map this out quickly. Balerion at the top, possibly mated with Vhagar or Meraxes. Their offspring, Dreamfire, Meleys, Silverwing, Vermithor. From there came Syrax, Caraxes, Sunfire, Tessarion, Moondancer. Then came the youngest, Vermax, Arax, Tyraxes, Morning. And flanking all this, the wild trio, Cannibal, Sheepstealer, Grey Ghost, living shadows of a forgotten past. So while Westeros remembers Balerion for the fire he breathed, his real legacy was the fire he passed on, through generations of dragons that shaped history and tore it apart during the dance. If you found this breakdown as Dragonflame, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me who your favorite dragon is, and subscribe to Somewhat Flawed for more deep dives into Targaryen lore, conspiracies, and fantasy history. Dracarys, my friends.